what concerns me a little bit? It concerns me that the Mike Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight is being billed as an exhibition. That is a tremendous problem for me. And I am the collective me. We don't like to hear that word, do we? Because we don't know what it means. Are you fighting or are you doing an exhibition? If you're doing an exhibition, what does that mean? And I don't know the answer here in terms of whether or not that is a legal term within California where the fight's taking place. If Andy Foster and the commission in California has come forward and said, look, you guys can go out and have your fun and we're not going to stop you. But as far as a fight goes, as far as we're going to do 4 rounds or 10 rounds or 12 rounds, I feel as though perhaps we are lost in the weeds somewhere. There has to be something with the specific lingo, but that lingo is very, very problematic. And to remind you guys, when Floyd went over to Japan to box the kickboxing world champion, when he went over to do that, that was billed as an exhibition, and it was a huge problem here in the States. And finally, the leaders in Japan of that organization found out how we were looking and viewing that term. And he came out and goes, oh, wait a second. Something's lost in translation. Exhibition in Japan is meant as an extravaganza, a special, a one-time event. That's what we mean by exhibition. Exhibition in America kind of means scrimmage. It kind of means sparring. It kind of means for fun. And that does change everything. We do need to know, and we do need this to be made perfectly clear by the promoter behind this. Are these guys going to win? Does Mike Tyson fully understand that if he loses to a guy who's only done one heavyweight fight ever, who is his same age or thereabouts, this is going to be humiliating for him? We need to know that. Is he going to work hard and train hard and focus and go out and try to beat Roy Jones Jr.? Because we're seeing him doing podcasts, we're seeing him smoking weed, and now we're seeing him doing commercials about Shark Week. He seems a little bit busy. Is he focused on this? Fair question by us. But the same goes for Roy. Does Roy see this as an opportunity to come out and steal everything that Mike has ever accomplished, which is what happens when you beat somebody in this sport? All your chips are in. It is the only form of combat that works this way. You show up with something, it's on the line, period. You show up with a championship, your belt's on the line. Whatever you bring, the other guy has the right to take. Does he understand that? But we do need to know that. When we hear the word exhibition, I mean, even great minds, the great Teddy Atlas came out and said, well, these guys aren't going to go hurt each other. If they really did, Mike would knock him out. But they're doing this exhibition. Then George Foreman weighed in on it. George Foreman said, well, they're doing an exhibition, which is good. These guys, they haven't been in there in a long time. They're kind of throwing some water on this. I'm just saying, for clarity's point, we should not be having this conversation. What does the word exhibition mean? Are they forced to use it? If you're forced to use it, don't try to get away with using it. Come out and say why we're using it. If I'm the promoter of this event and I have to use this terrible word of exhibition that creates a connotation in everybody's mind who is your consumer and your customer, which is the whole reason you're putting this on, you need to come out and say, well, we're holding this in California, and due to the sanction and due to some of the rules, it's forced to be an exhibition. Now, let me explain to you what that means, but let me explain to you what both of these competitors are going to do. Okay, great, I can live with that. But if you make me speculate and guess, and I have to defer back to what my mind does, when I hear the word exhibition, it makes me think of a practice session, of a scrimmage, of a for fun, of 2 guys smiling, of 2 guys laughing, of possibly talking to one another. It doesn't work. It's not what this sport is. This is not for fun. This is not a game. This is not the NBA slam dunk contest. This is a fist fight. These are pugilists, world champions who are respected, who have never flicked it, never taken a dive, gone out there and competed. Do we have 2 competitors or don't we?